All right, my friends. Hello, my friends. Got a couple Sacagawea dollar coins. 2000 Denver, I'm not looking for. 2000 Philadelphia, I am looking for. Uh, Looking for wounded bird variety. And you will see a raised die crack on them. From what I understand, about 100 of them are known to exist. This is not one, but they're 2000 Philadelphia. Where there's 100 of them, there surely could be a few more that just haven't been found yet, because not everybody knows about it, and these don't circulate very often. All right, next little thing. I took the copper cents out of that other coffee jar and put them in this bigger jar. And it's probably about 5 or so pounds. And I have this Dixie cup full of these copper cents. Now, these are all memorial cents. That's a 1960. Looks like a D to me. Yeah, but they run from 1959 until 1981. That's a 60s one too, 65. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is take all these and pour that all into this jar, which is kind of full already. I thought this would hold twice as many as that round jar did, but it might not. By the way, recently prices of copper have made those cents worth nearly 3 cents each. So by the time this is full, it might be 5 or 6 pounds of cents. Now, we have another thing to talk about. I had 8 of them in there, and a week ago I got these two, which is a peace dollar and a 1921 Morgan. They're going in the tube. And then I got one more of them on Friday. Which I think has a bit of a mint mark there. It's kind of bent and stuff, worn. It's a Denver. By the way, of these old Morgan dollars, the 1921 is the only year that Denver made any, because they didn't open until after 1904, when the last of the older ones got made. So now there are 11 coins in this. It'll probably hold 23 or 24 of them. And I plan to fill this up if I can find them cheap enough. I want them to be around melt. And if they're fully intact, maybe $1 over. Now, my one coin dealer has 2 more of them. And I'll probably be able to get them for under melt. Now, he might find some more that he has, because I was kind of surprised he found so many of these. But he's been buying this stuff for years at his location. He mainly deals with jewelry, but he buys gold and silver all the time. Now, going to move the redstone, which is a glass, pretty large. And I'm going to lay down this blue coin glass tray because I have a bit of a search to do. Went by the bank when I got those $2 coins and then asked if they had any cents. Well, I got 2 rows of cents or pennies. What I'm looking for, it's not going to have a shield on it like that. I'm looking for memorials, wheat cents from 1981 or older. If a Canadian cent shows up or any other foreign copper type piece, I'll be happy. So I don't know if that one looks, those two look old enough to be copper. I'm going to go ahead and start with this one. This one I'll save for the next time because it'll take a while. Hello, Jeff. How you doing today? Might be able to find me a few copper cents in this if I'm lucky. Last 2 rows I got, one had 14 copper and the other one had 12. Oh, what happened? Because I haven't seen you online for a bit or a notification, so all right, we'll start the search. It's 2006. I don't want that. There's a 1980 and a 78. 2023, I don't know. And what is this one? 2007. So I have 2 copper cents right off the bat, 1980 and 1978D. So I'm going to set them down on the table. That's about 10, not quite 10 cents into this. Oh, head cold that turned into an infection. Well, Jeff, hope you get better soon. That's Jeff Crumpler, by the way. He's got an interesting channel where he does a lot of live streaming. All right, I got at least 2 more that are copper. By the way, I love this coin glass dish. That looks like 66. And this one, $1969S. Yeah, these older ones don't have any zinc in. Well, they have a little, but it's not like 96% copper. Get a few more of them out and start looking. Obviously, that one's 2023D, 2007. Those are all copper plated zinc, which there's very little copper in them. And henceforth, since copper's heavier, they don't weigh as much. The 70D, 2021, 79, 89. Still wouldn't mind finding a 2025 Denver, but we got 2 more copper ones. 79D, and that one is 70D. It's a little pile of copper going. About halfway through the roll now. Be nice to find a wheat cent or something, but not likely. 87. There's another couple. 3 more. 76. That one is 78 Denver. That one's 75. So I'm going to probably be over 10 more for the hunt here. I'll just put this cup nearly full of these copper cents into a different coffee jar. It's 2017. Those are kind of new looking. 22 and 24. That's 2006. By the way, these other cents will go back into circulation. The ones that aren't copper, that is. 2017, that looks really new. It's 2022. There's another copper. 1971 Denver. 84 isn't. 2006. So here we go. 1971. There we go. Finally getting it to focus. About the last 10 or so now. About dropped one. All right. That's copper. 72. I know that one ain't. Or isn't. That possibly could be, and it is. 2023. 2001. That kind of looks like a copper one. 82, maybe. But I don't want any maybes. I want for sure. And I don't want to have to worry about weighing them. So I got 3 more that are for sure copper. '72 Denver. Another 75. And another 72, but it's Philadelphia. So I did well on this search. How many did I get? They're almost worth about 3 cents a piece in copper. Not that you'll really ever make any money doing this. Well, one of the rolls I had before was 12. That one was 14. This time it's 13. So that's still pretty good considering how long it's been since they quit making them. To still get that many copper cents in a roll of cents. So for now, they're going to go in the cup. And the cup is going to go where it needs to go. I want to get this out of the way. I'll take the cents that are in it out of it and put them away. So we'll cap the video here with, I put $3 more into this of silver dollars. Got 2 of these from the bank, both 2000. One's P, one's D. Looking for the wounded bird. Didn't get it there. And not too long ago on my pocket change, I got this particular one. It's 1960. That you can see mint luster all over it, so it's barely circulated. And 1960 is over 60 years old now, so that's kind of neat. And next time I go live, I'll search this other coin to, row of cents. That's pretty much what I wanted to cover tonight. And I'm not going to go an hour like I did a couple nights ago. But already got a good start. I'm going to search my pocket change. I might have a couple more to throw in there. And then we'll call it a day. But I did want to show this again. God, This thing's getting pretty heavy. I'm thinking it's at least 5 pounds, maybe more. And that's how they price copper, by the pound. But you gotta have a lot of it. And I know people buy the bars, but this is going to end up being a lot cheaper than the bars, because it's all gotten for a cent each. I would have to say this is at least 5 pounds, maybe closer to 10, because it's pretty heavy. But that's pretty much what I have for tonight. Went by the Coinstars again today, a couple of them, nothing and nothing. But about 3 days ago, I did get this 1954 silver dime, 90% silver, Roosevelt. Not only that, I did get another dime that I can just spend on something. And I also got kind of a neat Denmark coin, 10 ore. It's pretty light. Has a crown on this side, and it's 1968. But I don't think it's silver. I haven't researched it for sure to narrow it down. But if it is any kind of silver, it probably would be 50% tops. Then I got this, which is an 82 Canadian coin. But I got that just by looking in a Coinstar machine, because they do reject coins. And usually when they reject them, because I got a couple of cents out of one recently, where if you get mail and they have a little card or something in it, and they're stuck in with some kind of like hot melt glue, that were stuck together like this. And when they're stuck together like that, it's going to reject it because it's too thick to be a cent. Or at least that's what the machine thinks, not knowing that it's 2 cents. So that's pretty much what I have for this. And I'm going to hope that everyone has a good night. And we're going to remember Memorial Day. A lot of Memorial Day stuff going on this weekend. And for a lot of people, they don't have to work on Monday. But it's certainly not just about barbecuing and visiting friends. Because those soldiers, that's for the ones who are no longer with us. Didn't come back, or they're now gone. So Veterans Day is for the veterans who are alive. Memorial Day is for the ones who are gone. And that's the difference between the two. Both are important to honor our veterans, because some of them made the ultimate sacrifice. And we should always remember that. Freedom isn't exactly free, and the freedom was earned. Anyway, Josh, I have a Liberty coin, but it has multicolor. You mean it's toned? Or do you mean it's painted on? Because if it's painted on, that's different than if it's toned. But I would have liked to gotten one of these out of that row, but there was none. But it's just such the way your luck is. You either get them or you don't. But I'm not going to spend any more time tonight, because I got to get other things done. And I hope that everyone has a good night. And probably won't be on live tomorrow, but I will go live probably Thursday or Friday and search this. And if I have some other, coins to talk about, or something else to talk about besides just coins. But yeah, I can get 2 more of these at a good price. silver dollars. And then it might be a long time before I can get any more at this kind of price. Oh, it's toned from 2006. Oh, you're talking about American Silver Eagle. Or you're talking about a round that has the Statue of Liberty on it. Which the 1986 one's kind of neat. It's not 3/9 fine silver and it's not an ounce. And this one's an oddity. This is the other tube I filled with silver dollars, damaged, worn out, slicks, holes in them. Plus, well, that's cool. This 1986 San Francisco, 90% silver commemorative $50 for Ellis Island and the Statue of Liberty. Never seen one of these been pocket carried, but this one was. I didn't do this, but I did want it when I saw it. So I'm like, I've got a few of them that aren't. And when I say slicks, that Morgan dollar is definitely a slick. I got it a while back. But I mean, it's what I kind of refer to as a ghost coin at this point. The date's almost gone. I can tell it's 1880. Might be, nah, it's a 0, not an 8. But I did get these from one of 2 different coin dealers, but at good prices. This kind of coin, this kind of wear and tear and damage on it, it's not really collectible. So you'd be buying this as weight. And by weight, I mean how many grams of 90% silver is it? And you want to get it right at melt or maybe a little below or a few cents above. Because when I sell this, all these coins, because out of all of them, the only one I really would probably keep would be that one. And eventually, it'll go to someone else. I mean, can't take it with you. That's what they always say. There's $24 coins in this. That'll be going back to the vault. And then there's 11 in this. And they're worth about nearly 25 bucks a piece by their weight. This one's got a few hold ones in it and a few really slick ones. Like that one. Right there. That's extremely worn. I think it has a hole in it too. Let's see if I can get it out real quick. Oh yeah. We'll have a look at this one and then I'll end for the night. It's a Morgan dollar. And pretty big hole. And the date, I can tell it's a 187. But if it's an 8 or a 9, it's kind of hard to tell because it's so worn. The back is even worse in terms of where it's a faint outline of the eagle and part of the In God We Trust, but that's about all you can make out on the back. The front, make out a couple parts of the letters and stars, but it's truly a ghost coin. Wow, you have a 5-gallon Arrowhead jug filled to the top with only pennies. Well, that's going to be hard to move. 10 years to fill it. That's pretty cool, Josh Morris. But for everyone else, keep looking for this kind of stuff, because you can find some interesting things that you don't expect to find either in your change or whatnot. Like I got this in my change. It's a Panamanian Uncentesimal, 1980. Has a neat design. Then I got another one just a few months ago that's newer. It's like 1996. Only time I've ever seen them is I got them in change. I mean, these Canadian cents, I find them all the time. I find nickels and quarters quite often too. I don't even know how many I have. It's quite a bit though. But that's pretty much what I have for tonight, and we will see you all next time. Have a good night.